Hi everybody, welcome back to Klonz Labs. Today we start to play some music finally. And we will start with the vintage amplifier, the one you see here. First of all, I would like to spend some time to explain to you how this is made and how all or almost all the vintage amplifiers were made. To do this, since I have some children, I've stolen some little blocks, some little Lego bricks here. Don't laugh, it's a good idea. So we will start with the input. Right after the input, most vintage amplifiers have two separate inputs, those two knobs that you see here. Often they were slightly different in terms of tone. They were called normal and bright or something like that. So it's what you see here. After this first stage, you have the second stage, which is managed by this second tube. And this stage, I use the red brick because here you generate most of the distortion that is generated in the preamp stage. Even if this is a vintage preamp, also the vintage amps had some distortion, and quite a nice one, by the way. So input and gain stage. After that you have the tone stack. The tone stack, which is normally made by bass, middle and treble, or in some other amps just bass and treble, or even just one tone knob. What we added here is a master volume knob, which was normally not present in vintage amplifiers, but it is so convenient we decided to put it in, and it has almost no effect on the tone. So here, after the gain stage, you have the tone stack. And then, after the tone stack, you have the power amp. Inside the power amp, you normally have one control, which is normally called presence in all Fender and Marshall amps, or sometimes, like in Vox amps, you have a cut control. Normally they are not present together. You have either this one or the other one. So here is the power amp. Also the power amp is red because this is another stage that is giving you much of the distorted tones you are looking for. So the distortion is generated mostly here and here. And finally, of course, you have the loudspeakers. Okay, it's quite clear that those are loudspeakers, I think. Okay. So, what we are going to do now, I'm going to play some clean tones. The first video will be about clean tones. I will use a Fender Jazz Master with a single coil pickups. Very clean and very bright tone. I think it's important to let you hear the harmonics and all the overtones that are normally generated with a nice vintage amplifier. And then we will go to another video for some crunchy tones, which are done by overdriving both the input and also the power stage. And for those I will use a Les Paul with a couple of burst buckers, so quite a classic combination. So have fun. See you soon.